Did you hear a bump in the night? In the night. Bump in the night. Bump in the night. Bump in the night. Did you hear a bump in the night? Bump in the night. Bump in the night.
Welcome to Exploring Your Society. Your host, Sean Bowman.
Mikey B.
Tonight we have owner of the Bellaire House, Kristin Lee, with us. Say what's up, Kristin.
Hello. Hello.
You know, it's not a podcast episode unless we do have at least 5 or 6 technical issues. So Sean's typing stuff right now. I don't know what he's doing. So, Kristin, what kind of projects and stuff do you have going on at the moment?
At the moment, I'm about ready to get some chopsticks and pull Mr. Miyagi on this gnat. Son.
Wax on and wax off.
Down. No, projects. Recuperating, first of all.
Yeah,
I've had some health scares, so I'm recuperating. But prior to that, I was filming a whole bunch of stuff. A couple television shows, stuff from my YouTube channel, some stuff from my kid, and we're getting ready. Well, actually, everything's in post-production right now. So hopefully by September, you'll see my stuff roll out. And, and then too, I have like an echo.
Yeah.
It's probably coming from your mic, maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe I'll
It's
talk
always hard
quieter.
when we have multiple people in the same room.
I'll talk quieter. Now I can't. I don't. Yeah, it's still there. It's really still there. I just snorted in the mic.
I actually can't tell. Can you tell?
I can hear it a little bit.
Anybody on the stream, is it bad or we need your help to do people watching?
I wonder if we could maybe back up into the other room a little bit.
Possibly.
Maybe that'll cut it out a little bit. I don't know.
Well, I think our voices are loud enough to carry. Do you think we should just go to one mic?
We could try to go into one mic.
That leads into a really good conversation.
Where's Michael?
Well, we'll still have 2 mics. We'll still have 2 mics, me and the mic. But do you want to try moving that one over and I'll
Put
put
it
that one
over
on?
there. Yeah.
All right. Technical pause.
Technical foul. Remember that on 8 Crazy Nights?
What was it?
Technical foul, that little whitey character.
Take out all this stuff here. Hold on a second.
Yeah, turn that other mic off.
Yep, I get it. So bring it over here. And all you have to do is hit that green button there.
Unplug the headphones.
Okay. Should we have left?
Whoa.
So we're getting a little crazy here. Now we're not going to be able to tell if it's echoing or not. But
Can they hear us?
they can hear us, I think.
Yeah, they should be able to hear us.
Can you hear us?
Brother, can you hear me?
I mean, if it comes down to it, I could take that computer and go into another room if you want to come here. If it's too bad.
You guys look great over there.
Just
The
Sean.
mic's picking up right there.
It is picking up?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the mic.
Someone may have just commented.
Tina says she can hear.
She
said
can
I can
hear
hear
us.
Okay.
Awesome.
Any echoes, Tina? We sound good.
You know, someday we'll get this podcasting thing down and we'll have an episode where we have no technical issues. And at least this time it doesn't look like you're taking a crap on the toilet. Every time he always does it from this room and it looks like he's sitting on a toilet.
She said sounds good, no echo. All right. So
Thanks, Tina.
Cool.
So
Tina actually works for Masville.
Oh, That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, she lived locally.
I'm not sure where she's from, but I know she works out in Knoxville.
Well, heck, stop over anytime, Tina.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
sure.
So I know the Ross house is just down the block.
Yeah.
It seems like you go. I know you filmed that one episode there that I watched. Do you go there often to investigate?
Well, Cindy's a good friend of mine, and it took me 3 years to get her to open it to the paranormal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I held her hand doing it, but now she's doing great. She's just, operating it all on her own. She has a team there every weekend. I try to get in there. Like, I'll go and hang out with her or something if I'm not, here or home or working or with Lane. But no, I before I knew I was having my first surgery, I did I would say a whole 30 days straight of filming. And after I did that whole 30 days straight of filming, then I just went down for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So that was the last time I was there, probably around Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that 30 days straight, was that just here or was that
all over the place?
Over? Yeah.
A lot of it was here because we filmed a television series for my son. And when it comes out, please understand, it's not about the paranormal. It isn't. It's in a haunted house, and yes, haunted things happened, but it's not. We didn't base it around.
So it's like a documentary or like a.
No, we put 6 hip hop artists in here,
Okay.
and we smoked a lot of weed,
and
they drank a lot, and the thing was that they had to try to write a song and record a song with technical issues being in a haunted house.
Yeah.
And I'll just tell you right off the rip now, at the very end of the episode, it won't be episode 6, because episode 6 we all flew out to Texas, and all the boys played at South by Southwest on stages out there, and you see them performing.
Yeah.
And then you see them get signed to a record label.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler. Congrats to all that.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Shit. We in our 2 minutes? I just said shit.
I think we're good.
Okay.
You want me to do the call?
It took us 2 minutes to get the thing ready.
Yeah, I don't ever tell me what you get somebody for Christmas,
Yeah.
because I don't have I can't keep secrets like that. But at the very end of the episodes here, there's some stuff that happened in the attic that there is, but as paranormal people, we faked that. I've never faked anything in my life before, but it wasn't like a real paranormal investigation.
Oh, okay.
So we just we staged things to make it look like, and 2 of the boys didn't even know it was staged. So that was hilarious.
Natural reaction.
Yeah, we got
That's
total
awesome.
natural reactions out of that.
Now, you said they recorded here too, though.
They did. We put a studio up in my old office. We built a recording
okay.
studio and
Is
put
that
it up there.
the Edwin room or
The room that goes up to the attic.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Now, did anything show up on the recordings? Because I know when we did our investigation, our second one, and did the documentary, I kept hearing words when I was reviewing the evidence that I didn't hear live. Did that happen while they were recording?
I don't know yet because it's still in post.
Oh, okay.
But and they were so stoned, who would have known?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
But I know that when my son, his stage name 1699 YDD, he named himself after the street address here.
Yeah.
He was in here, right here, doing his interview about how he felt about being here. And, just other things that he was talking about. And these lights started to flicker.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that was a legit thing.
Yeah.
And, of course, the camera guy doesn't believe in this stuff at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And, I'm sitting on this chair and I noticed that the lights flickered, and Lane looked at me and I looked at him, and he was such a trooper because everybody else was really on their toes that weekend. They were scared, legitimately scared to be here. And, Lane doesn't remember a lot what happened here because he was a baby.
Yeah.
And I kept a lot of it from him because I'm a good mother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when TV shows came out, that's when he found out he was on the roof. But otherwise I would have never told him those things.
Yeah.
But
Now, is he involved?
no, he hates it. He wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah, because he grew up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then kind of I know you protected him from it, but
Yeah.
on the shows, the story's still there. So it's kind of, I understand why you want to step away.
No, he's very, very psychic. Like
Yeah,
Lane
you
is
mentioned that
extremely
before, yeah.
psychic. Like he's probably way more psychic than when he gets older, he's going to be probably one of those crazy psychics,
Yeah.
that just goes nuts because they're so psychic. But
Yeah.
no, when we first got here, he went to his old bedroom. He's like, well, if I have to stay in that house, it's like, I'm staying in my old room, in my old bed. And I was like, that's fine. I was like, we'll just divide the rooms up to other people. The first night I'm thinking, oh my God, that's not, I'm thinking, oh my God, my kid's going to go upstairs and I'm going to be worried about him all night. And I legitimately was.
Which room
Yeah.
used to be?
The altar room.
Oh yeah.
The last one was his room. I mean, but of course, remember, he started in the Emily Davis room.
Okay.
He never went in the Edwin's
room.
No,
Yeah.
Nicholas started in that room, and he
Yeah.
lasted maybe 2 months and took off and just moved out.
Yeah, that
But-
comes out every once in a while.
I'll-
I can't figure out how to stop it. So
Yeah, but he went in, he turned the lights out, shut the door, and went right to sleep all like 9 nights.
yeah.
Like-
That's wild. Yeah, because that I know when we were here, that's where I got the EVP that's a demon, and we kept hearing the scratching in the corner.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Well, that first time I was here, I was in Emily Davis's room. I didn't sleep at all. Kept looking in the closet the whole night.
yeah.
But the other time when me and Jen were in the altar, I mean, I had somebody with me, so that's not fine.
No, there was because we investigated again October of last year, I think it was, and Hannah and I slept in Edwin's room, and they slept in the altar room, and the first night we Hannah and I woke up, and I don't know what it was, but there was something in the room, and it was making like a staticky type of noise,
Yeah.
and then it felt like it was right next to her on the side of the bed, and it moved over. And then it went into the hallway into their room, and then Jen woke up. Sean, what the fuck is That's the hard part. When you stay at a place, I mean, obviously you lived here, but if you're investigating, you stay at a place, you're in investigator mode. But when you go to sleep, that's when you're vulnerable and
Yeah.
shit can hit
You
the
know,
fan.
I'll be bothered.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah. Well, I ended up staying here and sleeping on the couch for 5 days in a row.
Jeez.
And then after that, I said, that's the first time ever since we lived here that I stayed here.
Yeah,
Gosh, we haven't been living here since 2000 and maybe 12 or 13.
yeah,
So that was a long time. But after a while, I started to go home at night and sleep for 3 or 4 hours, and then lay there for 2 hours and dread coming back. But at the end of it, it was it was bad. Like everybody was ready to kill each other.
yeah. Oh,
I mean, that long in this house and
yeah.
being on edge, and I mean, everybody's okay now, and a lot of really bad things happened, that really awful things happened to most of us after we all got home and months went by, and
Yeah.
after we came back from Texas, it was all it was legitimately a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirsten, you have a question.
Okay, yeah. What is it?
What's the most recent paranormal event to happen at the house? Love the book, Paranormal Confessions.
Hey, thank you.
Fascinating place. We don't know who
Thank
that
you.
is, though, because it says Facebook user.
I haven't been here in a while. I really haven't. It's been months since I've been here. But I remember the last time I was here, our partners, John Campbell and Allison, were here, and we had the connect, and we did see stick figures and things like that. That's the most recent thing.
Yeah.
But I've been investigating other locations where I've had crazy things happen, things that you don't expect to see
Yeah.
with your naked eye or ever in your life.
Yeah.
And that's for the TV show that you're working on, the channel that you have.
Well, this stuff's going to be on YouTube. But what I wanted to say too, our friend Corley White started a streaming service, and he's making a platform on the streaming service specifically for paranormal. And I'm going to be helping him with the paranormal. So, and I mean, he's a hip hop artist, and we have a lot of subscribers already. It's called Indie Gods Record or Indie Gods TV Network, Indie Gods TV Network. And that's where the Bellaire House movie is, where you can see, and that one was all a hoax too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's where I've been stepping outside of the paranormal box and like doing dark comedies
Yeah.
inside of this house because it's hilarious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we know what's here.
Mhm.
I don't really need to investigate the Bellaire House anymore.
Yeah.
So that's like, now what can I do? And bringing on those dark comedies and writing screenwrites. I mean, that's where I really am now, is directing, filming, screenwriting. I love it. I never thought in a million years I'd be doing it, but that's what I really, really want to do.
Yeah.
So that's on Indie Gods TV network. And it's so funny. You can see me in the beginning. I'm like bitching about the paranormal community, you know, just like, fuck them all. And I didn't mean any of it. It's like, women are respected in the paranormal community. This is when, you know, the whole protesters were going on about taking our rights away for abortions and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's when we filmed it. So I'm like, well, let's just make it like a women's movement. And you know what I mean? But, and there is some truth to it as well. There
Yeah.
really is. It's hard being in the paranormal if you're a woman, because if you don't have a guy standing beside you, you get passed over a lot.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So, I mean, when I did that and I was on the film with my pretend agent, because I'll never get an agent. I can psychically, but not for Kristin Lee, because my biggest competitor is the Bellaire House. I mean,
Yeah.
how do you compete with that?
Yeah.
It's like the creator that created the monster is like,
Yeah.
like I'm Frankenstein, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway, so I was bitching about that in the first scene, like right off the rip. And Lane's like, well, let's just call Josh Hetherington. He is Hetherington and the Hetherington family. And turns out Josh, like Lane and Josh were friends, and the Hetheringtons all came to the Bellaire House.
Oh wow, that's
like
amazing.
so.
How is Josh related to the?
He's like the great seventh great grandchild of Jacob.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So, and he looks.
Sorry about that. It's gonna time out probably like every 10 minutes.
He looks like Jacob too.
Oh really?
He really does.
Which, for anyone that doesn't know, the Hetheringtons are the ones that own this house.
Yeah, that built the house. Now, with that, like when they come in, does it seem like the activity does anything different?
It doesn't do anything.
Oh really?
It did nothing.
Yeah.
No, because I mean, everybody was such in a good vibe. Like the hip hop community that my son's a part of, with Josh Hetherington and stuff. Like they're all positive people.
Yeah.
I mean, like the vibe is so high. Legit. But I mean, it really, like Daniel was telling me he was down at Kroger. He's like, Jesus God, he's like, I could smell the marijuana down at Kroger.
Yeah.
And he wasn't playing. I mean, because they're all hip hop artists. But no, what we did was like people died in this house. Like there was a murderer, and then there was two guys upstairs that played the demons of the house.
Yeah.
But how Curl, we call him Curl, but Corley, when he put it together, there were things that he didn't know what happened to me personally in this house, like the mirror scene of that movie.
Yeah.
Like that really happened to me. And when I saw it, and because he let me preview it first, he was so respectful. He let me preview it first. I cried for a couple of minutes. I was like, and I called him. I said, Curl, how did you know that? He's like, I don't understand what you mean. I said, how did you know that happened? Like, he's like, I don't know. He said, it just came out that way.
Wow.
Yeah. But, and then, you know, everybody died in the house, and Izzy Drake, the guy that looks like Drake, fake Drake.
Yeah.
He was here. The Island Boys were in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really good film. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's crazy to do that at a extremely haunted location too.
Mhm.
But it's kind of funny you say that the activity it didn't change at all. Because we always felt that anytime investigating here, you kind of have to stay 2 nights. Because the first night, it's always pretty quiet. I mean, not always, but usually it's pretty quiet.
That's what I was telling Nadia. But we were doing a little session when we got here. We were getting a lot of stuff in this room.
Yeah.
We got not really much down in the basement. We were up in the altar room. We got some stuff too. But I thought for just being here for a little bit, we got a lot of activity.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to be investigating tonight.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even really be here, but you know, I love you guys so much, and we've been together for what, like 3-4 years, you know?
Definitely.
2020 was the first time we came here.
Yeah.
Right when COVID started, I think it was right around like May or something.
We've been COVID buddies.
COVID buddies.
And you came out for our documentary. And
Heck
we
yeah.
appreciate everything you do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I know everybody's like, would you know Bump in the Night? I'm like, no, man, I never heard of it.
So have you had any investigators come in recently that caught evidence that really expanded on the history at all?
Not recently. I mean, Daniel's been running the place.
Yeah.
I've been kind of just doing my own thing. Well, the whole year I was on the road with Lane.
Yeah.
So, and it was really cool to step back from the paranormal.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
after putting 10 years in nonstop,
Yeah.
18, 19-hour days of always being on call for this place for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was really nice to take that year off, but no, I started to come back in, with these two children, or well, how do I say this? These two young investigators, Paracurious. They're a couple, and they did me a solid when they did their documentary here.
Yeah.
They totally did me a solid. And I called them and I said, listen, I want to work with both of you. They're 19 years old.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, and they had like no self-esteem at all about how talented and I'm talking raw talent.
Yeah.
Like because we've been here for a long time in the field. And when you see like that diamond in the rough and you see just raw talent, no ego, and you're like, and they're kids, they're my son's age. I'm like, oh my God, I have to protect them because they're going to blow up.
Yeah.
They're going to blow up and they're going to deal with probably a lot of really negative situations.
Yeah. Definitely in the film.
And I didn't ever want them to be discouraged. So we've started working together, and that's another documentary that will be coming out too. See, the thing of it is with Indie Gods TV, we can put something on YouTube and we can put it on Indie Gods too. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because we're independent filmmakers, and then with the writers being on strike right now, that's even better.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that I've got at least 3 pitches of different television series to pitch this pitching season, and I don't know if they're going to get picked up, but I'm certainly going to try.
Yeah,
because nothing else seems like it's going to be pitched.
Yeah.
Because
it is the time to strike.
Nobody's working.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That is a good point.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, we'll see. But again, too, I might just be like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Why go multimedia when we can go on Amazon, or we can go, and just be 100% independent without the control of. So I'm still on the fence there, what I want to do with the 3 films, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see when we cross that bridge. But it'll be really cool. I mean, I've even got 3 showrunners in my pocket right now that are excited to see things. But again, it's going to boil down to I'm not changing the name.
Yeah.
I won't change the names.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that they wanted to do with Paranormal Confessions. When we were under directive order from the Travel Channel, they wanted to change the name. And then COVID hit, and then we got 28 Days.
Yeah.
Which is a great show, by the way. It's an amazing show.
Yeah. You were talking about blowback earlier. We're getting blowback from the community.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord, yes. Especially when we put out the Nathan Brooks documentary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What was that about?
There was a guy here in Bellaire 26 years ago that the town shut down. The whole Bellaire village shut down because he was a Satanist.
Okay.
And he did the ultimate rite of killing his parents to have eternal life.
Oh, wow.
From what I understand. I didn't get to talk to him in prison. I wanted to. But when that hit, and when they did their cover with him having what kind of mask was it? It was a goat mask or something, some stupid mask on. I told the guys, I said, guys, I don't think you should do that. You don't live in Bellaire. I do.
Yeah.
I have to deal with this. You all can go back to, the Carolinas and Connecticut, and you'll be fine. You guys don't have to worry about anything. I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
And my God, you should have saw. Like, we had to take the cameras out. They're not here anymore. So we had to put them back up at our house. I had death threats.
Oh, wow.
I had people like
that was around the time that we were here. We came back in October, wasn't it?
Yes.
So I remember you, mentioning that.
It was bad.
Yeah.
And then Haunted Hip Hop came out too. And God forbid in Bellaire, if you're not white, I'm sorry, but in Bellaire, get your shit together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a setback for me too, because I'm stepping outside of I'm stepping into a progressive circle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? I mean, what are we back in 1920s, 1940s, 1950s? Get it together, Bellaire.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, don't be a racist.
Now, do you still encounter this blowback even today?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ostracized from the town. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And oh well, it's their loss.
Yeah.
We still keep feeding the
Yeah.
revenue. I mean,
Exactly.
if
Bring
it
a lot of
wasn't,
good people.
if it wasn't for the Bellaire House, nobody would come here. I mean, let's just be honest.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
I mean, you guys,
I wouldn't be.
yeah, exactly. I would never be in the. I mean, you're doing it. You encourage the Ross House
Right.
to open up. That's another business that's coming here.
So I mean,
Outside of that, I mean, it's what, industrial and a pizza shop.
it's nothing.
Yeah,
There's nothing. But no, we're bringing in 25 people a week. That's 100 people a month.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not a lot, but it's better than none.
yeah. Exactly.
And I don't even refer people to local restaurants anymore. No.
I
I
don't
was
blame
like, just order DoorDash.
Yeah,
There was a team that said, "Hey, what was that restaurant you took us to?" Because I used to take people to restaurants here
yeah,
to feed the business, to show them, "Hey, we're all friends here."
yeah. Exactly.
No more. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
And I know a lot of places experience that. I know we did a documentary at Grand Midway Hotel,
Hmm.
and I don't know if you know Blair that owns it.
No, but we want to go to that place.
It's a good place. It's
Yeah.
definitely
Really cool.
very active. It's even cool because it's an art exhibit,
Right.
and it's just it's the weirdest stuff that you'll ever see. It's crazy.
I was just looking at it yesterday because the Paracurious
Yeah.
team went.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely worth a trip. But I know when I interviewed him for that documentary, he said that he even has events. Like he has the I forget what it's called, the Dracula Ball. I believe
Yeah.
it is.
Cool.
Something.
And he raises money for the community, and he still gets hate. Like, just because it's a paranormal, it's the middle of nowhere town. It's a paranormal location, and he, despite doing all these awesome things for the town, it's still,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it just has that stigma to it.
He has the largest collection of hand rice dolls too.
Yeah,
That's the guy that bought her dolls?
yeah.
He used to own a church too. The church, I think he sold it.
Oh, did he sell
Yeah.
that? That's where he had all the dolls.
But all-
Initially.
yeah, now they're actually in the hotel.
Huh. I remember seeing an article that there was a man
Yeah.
that bought all of her dolls.
Yeah.
I didn't put two and two together.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
he also has
cool.
the Guinness Book of World Records.
I think it
largest-
got broken.
the Ouija board.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's got broken.
oh, man. Yeah, because the whole
They put that in
roof.
Salem.
What's that?
Yeah,
Did
the
they
new
put that in
the new
Salem?
ones, yeah.
Yeah. And I think
The tarot
you
card.
saw the tarot
I
card?
think he had the largest tarot card.
Yeah, it's just the ceiling of this large room in the hotel.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out because I saw they had a stage in there too where you could
Yeah.
perform.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm going to try to talk to the kids and see, hey,
yeah, definitely.
yeah. But I did hear after I got out of the hospital this last week, a lady that is a really cool paranormal investigator called me. She's overtaking a location in Virginia. It's a castle in Virginia.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And you know I'm all about Virginia.
Yeah.
That's my favorite state in the world.
Yeah.
And she asked me to come up the end of August. So I'm hoping I'm better to go to
Yeah.
start. I mean, that's what I don't know why the universe is like sending me helping these locations to open up,
Yeah,
but it'll be the third one that I'm helping open up.
well, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, but, and I'll let you know too.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's 5 acres and it's right on the river and it is an absolutely beautiful location.
Yeah,
So I don't know if it's haunted yet, but
but you might as well try it out.
we're
see what
gonna
happens.
see. We're gonna see. Yeah.
Yeah, we love castles. We investigated Loveland Castle in out by Cincinnati. It was pretty active. That's where we had some poltergeist activity and everything.
Oh.
It was pretty cool. But
Wow.
Naughty, if there's any questions on TikTok, just let us know, okay? She's filming on TikTok.
yeah,
Yeah, but you could stay inside of this castle. Like there's bedrooms. I think there's like 8 or 9 bedrooms and bathrooms and
oh, that's awesome.
yeah, so you could actually spend the night there.
Yeah,
But she wants to start doing like paranormal conventions and stuff like that.
oh, that'd be cool.
So, but I think that'll be the only paranormal convention that I do.
Yeah,
You know, because
Have you ever thought about doing your own?
well, we don't have enough room for parking.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Parking would definitely be rough.
Yeah.
Mhm. No, we used to have little psychic fairs here that were very successful, but again, Bellaire hates us. So remember, we're Satanists.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, we're really not.
yeah.
We're really, really not.
Yeah.
But They think we are. So I lay super low. We don't even do public investigations so much anymore. And if we do, and then the chief of police that was on our side, he retired. And it's just like, let's just lay super
Keep
low.
everything low key.
Yeah. Mhm.
Definitely. I don't blame you.
But now we've opened up the bottom part of the yard for people to park. That way, if we do
I
have,
noticed that. That's
Yeah, I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
if we do have something that would be public,
Yeah.
everybody's parked on ground. So
Yeah. Can't do anything.
get away,
Yeah.
go away. Yeah.
So you're talking about setting up the castle, and I know like helping set up the castle, and I know I missed out when they Sean and Phil interviewed Katie and Marcus from Greenville. One question I always ask is like, how do you research all the history of a location? Like I know you lived here, but a lot of the history, like did you find that a lot online? Did you have to go to the library, or was a lot of hearsay from the town? Like how does that work out?
Some of it was hearsay from the town. So in the beginning, some of it was like natural intuition. Then I thought I was nuts.
Yeah.
So then I dove into records of the courthouse. Unfortunately, everything was burned up in the courthouse fire. So I had no luck there. Then I met Rebecca Stram Gardner, who is a major researcher. Like she's probably the best paranormal researcher. Like she could be as good as the FBI.
Yeah.
Okay. So her and I dove into ancestry.com, and that's where we got a lot of our documents to prove some of the things. Like there were days, and we worked on it for years and years.
I'm sure. Yeah. It's a big undertaking.
Yeah, there would be days where like, hey, Rebecca, this came through the Bellaire House, or hey, Rebecca, I had this dream last night. Can we look into this? But it's almost like I was led to where I needed to go from the spirits of this house to find the right information. And I knew it was the right information. I wasn't sure until I had the piece of documentation in my hand. But I always found, I didn't find it, she found a lot of it, the documents to say, here's the documentation. You're right. Like this is the right messages that you're receiving from the spirit. So it's basically the spirits led us to this information.
Yeah.
Like the whole Underground Railroad movement, that was a hunch.
Mm-hmm.
That was just like an idea that I woke up and I'm like, what if the Bellaire House was part of the Underground Railroad? Because last night we spoke to a man that said that his name was Gary. You know what I mean? And Gary said that he was from Florida and his last name's Hetherington. And there's no Gary Hetherington. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no way that could have happened. And then you rule out like, was it spirit tricking you? Was it doing this?
Yeah, that's definitely a hard part too.
But then we found out then like significant things that are significant to me, probably not significant to other people, were like clues. So when we looked at the Methodist Church, back in the day, the Methodist Church had 7-day stars in their temples.
Yeah.
And 7-day stars are planetary alignment to do magic.
Yeah.
Okay. So like you got your 8 a.m., 1, 2, 3, and they're all planetary alignments to, high and low peak of magic to cast spells. So that was a major confirmation. I found out Reverend Truman was part of the Underground Railroad. He was an abolitionist. Daniel found that one little, it was like a 2-sentence line. Jacob Hetherington, Jacob Davis, the founder of Bellaire, Reverend Truman were all abolitionists. And if Jacob Hetherington was an abolitionist, this was his house.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So then we dove in even farther to like look at the Underground Railroad maps and things like that, like the trails. You have to remember the Underground Railroad was not underground.
Yeah.
It was for people that don't, know that.
I mean, sometimes there were tunnels from building to building.
Well, just down here and in Cindy's place in the barn, there's still the tunnels that go under. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And we got to see them a couple weeks. Well, not weeks. It just feels like weeks. But before I went down, we got to actually see them. And there's a trap door on one of the back roads back here where you can open up that trap door and go down inside.
Back there. I don't know if you heard that in audio. It sounded like something moved maybe in that back room, but sorry to interrupt.
Oh, that's okay. I feel like I'm talking too much.
No, you're good. You're good. You're the guest. You do whatever you want.
So what was the stuff with the asylum? I saw there was letters upstairs in the asylum.
That's Alex Hetherington.
Okay.
He lived here. And when Lane brought Josh Hetherington here, his dad Dove was here. And Dove has family books.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that helps out too.
It helps out a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
for
I
sure.
waited for years for a Hetherington to
pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Dove told me that Alex died in that room. He did die up there.
Which room was it?
The altar room.
The altar room. Okay.
Mhm, he did. And he was committed to a lunatic asylum.
Yeah.
He was because
Yeah, did you see the letters up there?
Well, I knew he was the one that inherited it from Jacob,
Yep.
and then he went to the lunatic asylum, and that's when
Live
Live
took
took
over.
over. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm trying to remember it all. It's been a
Yeah.
minute. But
Yeah. Isn't it weird how Lyde died of heart complications? Like a heart
Oh, don't even bring that up right now.
Well, that's like the first time I was here. I had like
Yeah, he did.
So
He did.
Yeah.
I'm having them pretty bad right now, but
Are you okay?
yeah, I don't have to hit my button yet because it's not.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
It's intense in here.
It is intense. in
Well, if you
here.
need to step out at all or anything, I mean. we'll
Yeah,
be
and I'm
happy
nervous
to-
for being in here too.
Yeah.
Normally I wouldn't be nervous, but it's
No, I understand completely. Like I said, if you do need to step out, if you need help getting out or anything,
Thanks.
we'll help you out.
I'm definitely
We'll
gonna go home and
just chuck
coach
you
this
out.
stuff.
Yeah, stops you out.
Like Lamar in Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
Not to get that reference ever. Not even.
They're curious to say they hope you're getting better.
Thanks, guys. We were just talking about you.
Yeah.
Love you a whole bunch. Yeah, I was just pimping you out.
So you said they did have raw talent. Is that on the investigation side, production side, or just both?
Clayton has no clue how good of a post-production editor he is.
Yeah.
He has no understanding of how talented he is.
Yeah.
Bay has no understanding of what a natural actress she is.
Yeah.
Like she's hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's all natural. And I mean, like their skills and their techniques, like they're not assholes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they don't even care about the fame.
Yeah.
They don't care.
That's the way to do it. Because I feel like a lot of people do care about it too
They
much.
do.
And it kind of leaves you like less in tune when you're investigating.
Mhm.
And plus, like, you have the people, like, I won't name any names, but Sean's boy who's, hey, you're not doing anything. Fucking go move something.
You mean
Like,
the glasses guy?
yeah, I'm not naming names. But yeah, I've always felt like if you talk in a respectful tone, even if you're interacting with a potential dark energy, if you treat that energy with respect, you're going to get better results than if you're, going to confront it or be a dick to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I've watched people walk in here and throw themselves on this table and like,
Yeah, yeah.
there's a child here. Yeah, no shit. It's all over the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I've turned into a major bitch. I really have. I was a peace loving, pot smoking hippie, played in a hippie band, a rock and roll band. Like then the Bellaire House happened,
Yeah.
and that was scary. And then the paranormal community happened. That's more scarier than this house.
Oh yeah, for sure. So much negativity.
There's nothing. And then jealousy. And I mean, I did a case. It wasn't even my case. Like my friend was supposed to go do the case, but she got stuck at work.
Yeah.
Right. And she calls me and she's like, hey, it's just down the road. Can you go check it out? And I'm like, yeah. And then I talked to one of the lead investigators and they're like, yeah, we want you to talk to this person because you have the Bellaire House and you've experienced things like this. And we're pretty sure that she, has this and this and this going on.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up getting punched in the head 1 billion times from this person.
No, jeez.
Yeah. Like the most unethical stuff happened in that whole production. And then come to find out remember, I have a first book. It's a horrible book. It's absolutely because I published it. I wasn't a great editor. I'm not. Editors like Paranormal Confessions. I had like an actual publishing company.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And me and my son, who just started college, edited that book together. You know what I mean? So we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
But in there it says that's the girl that was caught in the attic with the same girl years later. And I didn't know it was her when I was like trying to help her during this case.
Yeah.
It hit me like months later that it was her. So I'm in there helping her but she's in my first book. And I don't know if she remembers me. She had to remember who I was.
Yeah.
She had to have. I mean, I know I looked different then. I did, because back in those days, I had like this color hair. It was a lot thinner. It was a lot cooler. You know what I mean? But
I mean, that's how it is, man. Any other version of us. Yeah. Definitely not. But it did decline the coolness. It's constant decline ever since I came out.
Yeah.
Came out of the womb since everything came out. Like,
Come on, and Sean's over here touching up on my leg. He's getting fresh. Got these baby making calves up here.
gotta keep it interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, now that team won't even talk to me. And I noticed like just recently that one of them deleted me. And I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
like I'm the one that got beat up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm the one that like, I don't even think they know that bitch was in my house.
Yeah.
You know, like going down on like oral sex up in the attic on the person that I was dating. That's why I took the Fender Stratocaster and beat her over the head with it and drug her down the steps and threw her outside by the trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then,
Getting gangster.
oh yeah, I'm the OG. Kristin Capone.
Yeah. We should have kept that legendary on there.
You know, but I can't do that stuff now because I am an old lady now. But back in the day, yeah, I threw down hardcore when, you know, I mean, here's $30, go get me beer. You know, that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
And me and Aunt Teresa were like, oh, let's go get beer. We come back and County Crows is playing on the radio and we're half shit-faced anyway. And we're just out there dancing. We look up and we're like, we see the shadow of this girl. Like,
Oh, jeez. Just the silhouette.
yeah, not
anytime
cool.
you hear Counting Crows, that's
Yeah. I know, right? And it's the same girl.
Yeah.
And I don't even think these guys know this. They don't know this.
So they don't know that
They have no
Eskimo
idea.
brothers. They don't know.
No, they don't know. They don't know. And I watch these kids grow up.
Yeah.
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Mhm.
That's wild. So one thing that happened, I think it was last year when they tore down the house next door. Did that kick up energy at all whenever that went down?
I want to say it did, but honestly, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I wasn't here. I
Yeah.
wasn't in the area that much because Lane was on the road.
That's true. Yeah.
And Daniel and Kat were, you know, taking care of things here. But
So I remember, I think it was a little bit after that. Who's the groundskeeper that would come in and do the lives?
male or female?
Female.
Kat.
Okay, I remember she was doing a live, and there was some kind of black mask that
Went over her head.
Yeah.
And she got her butt
I remember
handed
too, yeah.
for saying that it was fake. It wasn't fake. That
Yeah,
was
I
not
mean that was
fake.
wild. I remember watching it, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
And that was real stuff.
Yeah, and that coincides with some of the stuff that you guys saw the first time you were here. I wasn't here at that point, but yeah, it's definitely some stuff here for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It's the Bellaire House. And, you know, we were talking the other day, Daniel and I, and he's like, well, what's your favorite location? And I said, I don't mean to be arrogant, but it's the Bellaire House.
Yeah.
And he's like, why? I said, because I can smoke in that house. He's like, you can't anymore.
It's true. It's true.
I don't have to clean up. I don't have to worry about getting in trouble.
Yeah. Now, outside of the Bellaire House, what would be one that you would put up?
I tell you what, that
Close
Yellow Dog Village is on my top number one right
Yeah.
now. Like, if you ever have an opportunity to go to Worthington, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
the Yellow Dog Village is definitely it. But location would be the Hannah House in Indiana,
Okay.
the Geyer Opera House in Indiana. Those were my top two before.
Have you been to Monroe House?
What is it?
Monroe?
In
No,
Indiana?
I have not. No,
That is one of my top.
is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
We're going for a full weekend in October. Right?
Yeah, it's October.
Yeah, we
Yeah?
went last year for a night. It was just very active.
Yeah, that's when I was.
Let me know. I'm not trying to intrude, but
No.
yeah,
I
let me
had
know.
my testicles scrapped at one point.
What?
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
It was interesting.
She liked it.
Yeah.
Did Mikey like it?
Yeah. I don't usually get freaked out, but I was doing an Estes method.
Oh,
in
the
this-
testes method.
Yeah, I was doing the Estes method in this hole.
See what he doesn't know.
In
He
the
wants
basement.
knows me grabbing.
Yeah. Yeah, it just came up. Boom. Pull that sucker. I'm
Do you think
suckers,
he-
I should say.
Yeah, did you think he teabagged him?
I don't know what part it was. We might have met Tuxedo. I don't know. I felt violated afterwards. Either way.
Sorry. Paranormal technical foul.
But yeah, we're definitely going back there. I'm gonna go back in. There's a hole in the basement, and they one of the shows. Which one was it? Paranormal Lockdown, I think.
Yeah, Nick, when he put himself in there.
Yeah, and he got grabbed. He didn't. Well, I don't know.
Do you
if
think
it's
his
the
balls
testes
got grabbed too?
or not. I don't know.
Let's
Maybe
call
it's
it.
specified.
And that your balls get grabbed.
There's a ball grabbing spear in there.
Hey, Scarecrow, I want to play ball.
Yeah, I'm hoping, maybe they'll work their way up next time we're there.
Don't tune into Tokyo.
Oh man,
That's funny. I'm
but definitely,
sorry.
it's definitely worth checking it out because it's a pretty wild.
We all had experiences there.
Yeah.
Even when me and Jen got, because we got there earlier, and we went walking around the house. First of all, the house was very just confusing. Like we couldn't find the upstairs for the first half hour.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Like I didn't even know. I was like, do they own the top part, or is that like a separate apartment or whatever? But we finally found it because it looks like it's like a door that just goes out to a porch, but it goes out to another set of stairs, and then you go upstairs. But yeah, I had some as soon as we were there, Jen was having a bad vibe, and then there's like a doll room up there,
Oh, God.
and one of the dolls fell over when I was in the room, which I don't get freaked out, but it still was kind of weird that happened.
Yeah, you don't get freaked out. You can get your balls grabbed.
I hope you freaked out. Yeah, I mean, we all had experiences. April did the Gansfeld effect. It's getting a lot of accurate stuff that had to do with the house. Even with when you were talking about the thing in the basement, one of the things we did is we took holy water and went down and were blessed that holy
Holy
water.
shit.
And when that was going on, earlier in the night, we ordered food. And he was laughing and stuff.
Yeah, a pretty distinct laugh. It's
And
pretty
across the spirit box when we started doing that time, you hear his laugh come across the spirit box.
Yeah.
So it was
So they were mocking you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they went for your balls.
Then actually, this was the thing.
That's balls?
Yeah.
That's a warm up. That's pillow talk.
Yeah, they took my essence, so they mocked me. No, we actually had mocking here last time because remember, I think we were doing a Geoport session in the basement, and it came through as April's voice.
Yeah,
to a T,
Damn.
100%.
We got the bed good shook up in the attic too.
Yeah.
That happened to the Foreman brothers. They were all in there they were in Sicily at one point,
Yeah.
the old girls, they all get in bed together. They were in that bed together and the whole house shook on them.
Wow.
The whole entire house. The first time they'd ever been here.
Okay.
Hmm.
Is that the one they have that on YouTube?
Yeah,
'Cause I
but
think I saw that
you'd
one.
probably have to go back 2016, 17.
It must have been another time because I did watch one of their episodes when they were here.
Yeah.
We shared a room with them in Bell Mansion.
Yeah. Definitely cool guys.
Yeah.
For sure. So it seems like I know when we talked before, at one point you were trying to kind of go and be an investigator outside of the Bellaire House,
Mhm.
and now you're kind of embracing the Bellaire House a little bit more too. At the same time, it seems like what kind of strategy do you have as far as in the paranormal field? Do you want to continue doing projects here, or do you want to focus more on the
On the outside, yeah, I'm definitely ready for other locations. I've been bound here since 2009
Yeah.
as a paranormal location.
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't need to. I mean, I love it here. Could you believe I'm saying that first of all?
Yeah. After everything.
But just a couple hours ago, I got a fucking house.
Yeah.
It's
a
like
love
love hate.
hate.
Yes, it really is. But no, I really want to branch out because I don't want to. I mean, I don't mind being on camera, right?
Yeah.
But I really like holding the camera, and I really like directing, and I really like writing, and I think that's where the intuitive part comes in too. It's like, oh, this feels weird over here. Let's go see what happens over here.
Yeah.
And then Paracurious, you put both of them in that area, and they're so talented that, and I'm saying they're talented. Watch somebody come and just take them from me. Yeah. too.
It's all-
Oh, Kristin Lee, you know how many people like have been taken? It's like the aliens show up like
Yeah.
twice a year.
Yeah.
Take all my peoples. But anyway, no, but I really want to do that. And I like doing the post. I like doing the post production. And I really, really like marketing. I mean, I marketed this little rinky dink village and I put it back on the map.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like how the hell did that happen?
Yeah.
You know, so that's the direction I want to go in. But I have started writing again. And I'm not writing about the Bellaire House. I'm like making fictional ghost stories,
Awesome.
like very fictional ones,
Yeah.
like crazy ones,
Yeah.
like insane ones, like some that are so dark you can't believe it. Like it's kind of funny,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And one of them is like the little old lady lived in the recluse old psychic lived with her 7 black cats. Well, hello, who is that? Who is that? And then she ends up dying, and her cats eat her eyeballs. And then the UPS man shows up to deliver the all of the wet food,
Yeah.
you know. And then the cats like try to kill him. And then I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to spoil.
Yeah. No
that
spoilers this time.
No, I spoiled the first one. But no, like before my heart attack, I had 9 of them done. Like I was like Virginia Woolf. I was in the mania phase. Like,
Yeah.
I just write and write and write and write. I mean, I even have one that one of my really good friends, she comes up to help me up at my house. We're I have those demonic tree frogs, and they like jizzed all in my swimming pool.
Yeah.
Sweat frog eggs in the swimming pool. And Jen wanted to go swimming. I was like, you can't go in there because you'll get pregnant. And you'll have frog eggs, right? Right? So I wrote a whole story about that. You know what I mean?
You know that's a marvel.
Absolutely. Yeah, because the circus came.
Yeah.
And then, I started seeing this new dentist, and he doesn't look like he's smart. Like, I bet you, like, he's like real pale blue eyes, like probably 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I wrote like this intergalactical dentist story about him. And, it's like, there's even some sci-fi twists in it that like, I'm just, I don't know, but I'm branching out and I'm not doing it for anybody other than myself because, I'm sitting there sometimes just laughing, like, like laughing at the crazy stuff that like
you come up with.
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah. It's like I certifiably should be locked up with this creativity that's coming out because it's nuts. I mean, it's really, really crazy. Like, I don't know, but when I came out of the hospital after, my near-death experience, because that happened too. Daniel's driving me back home, and I'm thinking maybe I should just compile all of these 9 so far and just send it back to Weiser and Hampton and see if they'll pick it up. And then I never got to it. Yeah. But I know that they'll. Yeah.
Now, when you do that, because I'm actually working on something myself.
I know.
It's not paranormal. It's very inebriated related.
Right.
But when you do that and you send it out to the publishing company, do you get a copyright first before you send it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know if they would potentially.
They didn't with me.
Maternal life is super hard.
Yeah, they did. They didn't with me, but I had great people.
Yeah, you got the good connections.
Like Greg, and Julica. Yeah. And
I'm probably just going to go self-published route, which we'll see what happens.
Well, if you do, let me know. I'll help you in that direction.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
I got the book done, but I'm working on the audio, and I want to release both at the same time. I think the audiobook's probably going to take me a good year to finish. So,
are you going to do it yourself?
Yeah, I've already started it.
Perfect.
Yeah, 100%.
Have you heard
voices, sound effects, everything?
Good. Yeah. They had some girl from Wisconsin do my audio for Paranormal Confessions, and I'm like, what the actual fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like that. I didn't like the voice because it was all like up in here and stuff, and that's not how I sound.
Yeah.
It's like, but I did request Morgan Freeman, but they shot me down.
Next one.
Yeah. Every audiobook he does. No, he's got the voice. Like, I have an all right voice for the audiobook, but man, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I just want to hear him sing.
You always pick on me about the guitar. Now I think we're kind of a little effed on light, but I'll just put my head here and try not to be. But pick on me because in the documentary, he's like, I have a really shitty acoustic guitar that was my cousin's that he didn't want anymore. I'm like, all right, I'll take it. I suck at guitar. I used to be a vocalist in a band, never a guitarist. And I made the guitar parts for the documentary because you get YouTube strikes if you do anything not original.
Absolutely.
And I wanted it to be something original, but yeah, I suck. So, if there's anybody out there that does some goddamn music that can give us some guitar parts.
We'll get a hold of Jesse Reese. Get his card. He's a beat maker. Plus, he's a metal guitar player.
That would be perfect. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they come here a couple times a year. Oh, the Reeses are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a hold of Jesse and get a hold of Lane. Lane will help you. He'll throw you a couple songs to put up there.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah,
Mhm. But his are all hip hop though.
Yeah.
But Jesse's
we
like,
could probably use that and every time we have like another artist do like any music or anything, we'll always put their name on it to promote it.
for sure.
But that would work for probably some of the like we want to do like a little commercial or something for a documentary coming out. Yeah, we could definitely use hip hop music for that.
Oh yeah, and then you could leave little sound bites with lyrics and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Lane
sure.
talks about demons all the time in most of his songs.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, demons taking me, or demons chasing me in my fucking head is one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, his stuff's raunchy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's really raunchy. Like there was a lady here in Wheeling that was going to start booking him to play locally and put him on the radio, right?
Mhm.
Well, I screwed up and I sent her Cheat Code, that song Cheat Code, and he's talking about, how's he say, hop in a whip and I hop in a Lambo, fucking that bitch all in camo. And I'm fucking on that bitch, no cheat code.
That's not radio friendly.
No.
So just leave out everyone.
Oh, his new song, Moving On, his new single.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should hear it. It's like half the song sounds like, you know,
Yeah.
we're taking out fuck, we're taking out drugs, we're taking out.
Oh yeah. Anything.
Yeah.
All the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll definitely check it out for sure.
It's funny. It's when we were in the studio, I was legitimately hysterically laughing. I was like,
Yeah.
Lane, your song is completely gone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like just a little bit here and there.
And he's so cute. He has it like the first song now on his website. And I'm like, bro, no.
Yeah.
Just put the motherfuckers and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Go on. So you mentioned the D word, the demons. Now, as far as this haunting, do you feel there is demonic, or do you think it's just a negative energy, or?
That one day when Danny Schrackle and I were in here, that was total demonic. 100%. Like that first
I was just with
episode.
Danny on Sunday.
Where you? How's he
Morgan.
doing?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, he was doing a ghost tour thing.
Oh yeah, in Morgantown?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. No, when we were here, that was 100% demonic. Because if you even look, I mean, on My Haunted Village, Kristin Lee, My Haunted Village on YouTube, the very first episode that we did, screw it. He never gave me any of the footage. So
really?
I had that little Amcrest camera 4 in here.
Yeah.
Okay. So the visual is not great, but the audio,
It's amazing.
yes.
I feel like that
100%.
happens with me all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we
Yeah,
have.
the mic isn't on.
I know. I'm not a videographer. Like I should not have.
Like you had Ryan here. Ryan does.
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff for us.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Ryan's really cool to work with.
Yeah,
I love
definitely,
Ryan.
definitely.
Yeah. Yes. I love working with him. I love working with Clayton and Bay with Paranormal or Paracurious too.
Mhm.
Like they're really cool. And Daniel, my husband's been doing some filming too.
Oh, okay.
Like he's like, I trust him. I have to sleep with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know where he lives. Give me my film, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, put that frying pan in your pillow.
That's what I mean. The evidence we got in the documentary we did definitely hinted at demonic. I mean, we got
Mhm.
Moloch, definitely hinted on the demonic side. I know there's always that stigma though, where you're throwing out the D word, but I would say out of every place that we investigated, if there was a demonic presence, it would definitely be here.
What is
Or
here?
Monroe too. Monroe's dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe it was a demon that grabbed my balls. Who knows?
Dirty demon.
People think
Don't be like little Nicky. You know, with the tits on your head.
As long as they're not just a normal Friday night.
As
For
long
my
as they're not showing a pineapple on my ass.
I think
I'll
they did.
take the tits on my head. Whatever.
I mean, no, but we do have to dumb it down. We really do.
Yeah.
And I don't, and I feel like that's not being authentic,
Yeah.
but again, it's like, let's hang Kristen from a tree from the locals and, more than half of the paranormal community. Listen, I'm sorry I own a very famous haunted house. That's really,
Yeah.
I mean, it's my fault, but it's not my
But
fault.
you also didn't do it by choice.
I did not do it by choice. No. So it's like, I'm stuck in the box as the mother that jumped out the window like a cartoon character with their kids, and I get no respect like Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Or Kristen's a scammer, Kristen's a liar, Kristen's this because she just wants to make money and drive a whip.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of stay in my own lane now. And, people that I've made friends with years ago, like you guys, like my circle was
But
extremely
we've definitely
small.
experienced stuff here. So
Yeah.
I would say I'm not a scammer. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. There's definitely some crazy energy here.
Yeah. I mean, but it is a weird location.
Definitely.
It's definitely crazy. It can be dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't recommend people coming in here by themselves.
Yeah.
And if they have a problem with
I
that,
might
they
want to
can.
try it one day.
No, don't do it. Well, the last time we did it once. We
What's
did it one time. Eric Connor. Remember him? You don't know him? Oh,
I don't really know a lot of people in the film.
That's great.
Sean's the people person. I'm
John
the, yeah. I'm gonna come and do weird shit at your house. And
Yeah.
see what happens.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the people I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I love you guys. But
Mhm.
like that's my preference. Like
Yeah, for
as a
sure.
general rule. But no, he said, "Well, let me try it." He said, "I'll be on YouTube. You'll be able to see what I'm doing." I'm like, he said, "We'll take shifts. Like these people will watch me. And if something happens, I'll call."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, sure, you'll call. Sure."
Yeah.
Well, he blew. He had. He makes gateways. They're. If you can get him to make you a gateway, get one.
Yeah.
They're amazing pieces of equipment because he takes them out in the field when there's a lightning storm.
Is that like a portal or something? Or
Kind of like a portal, but 1,000 times better.
Okay.
And it's charged. Like it's charged with electromagnetic, and lightning bolts. Like,
That's crazy.
yeah. So he had
So it's
3
almost
of
like
them.
an EM pump and a geoport at the same time.
Yes.
Wow.
So he sat in the middle of 3 of them in the attic,
Yeah.
and he blew up the power in less than 5 houses in Belmont County. He called me and he's like, "There's no power." And I'm like, "I don't know what to tell you, bro. So what are you doing?" I wasn't on the shift watching. It's like midnight. I'm old. I went to bed.
Yeah.
But then we looked it up on AEP, and Daniel said there's less than 5 houses. So these guys had power. This one didn't, and then the abandoned house was next door. Of course, that's not going to have power.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
was there.
Exactly.
And these guys didn't have
Yeah.
power, but it was just here in that house next to the abandoned house.
So these devices obviously have to be plugged in then, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And he was still live on TikTok in the pitch black dark with a flashlight. In this house.
So.
And that's the weekend that supersonic portal opened in the altar room too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Dave Spinks ran down here with a gun, thought somebody broke in
Yeah.
the front door. That did not happen. Mike Simpson we were upstairs like hugging each other, like, "We're gonna die. We're really gonna die now." You know what I mean? Like we were like cartoon. I mean, really, we were cartoon characters. And that's when we were like on a live stream on the Spirit Realm Network. So I don't know if Jim or Jay, I can't remember his name. I don't know if that's still on there, but you can actually see that. That's when I learned, don't wear yoga pants when you're filming in infrared. Please listen to me.
Mikey, don't wear yoga pants.
Don't do it.
I was free balling yoga pants too.
Yeah, me too. You could see it clearly.
Oh,
You see my
that's
cookie.
wild.
Yes.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah. So
But no, actually, my friend even brought that up. I talked to him this morning. I was like, "Dude, you got to watch our podcast. We're going back to," I always say, "Yo, home to Bellaire." And he's like, "Would you ever go there by yourself?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
Yeah, just because I know how scary this place is, and I know how terrifying it can be. And I don't know. I think it's a test of fortitude. So I give that gentleman props.
I mean, as long as there's somebody like close. Okay, maybe that's a sign. No, never.
No. What happened?
When playing your TikTok.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's a major sign. But no, I can see definitely the danger side, especially what happened the first time they were here. Like it definitely is can be a dark place. I mean, I think, there also are friendly spirits here. There's just a lot of different energies coming through. And I remember, like, in our documentary, we had Fred come through, and he said, well, there's no Fred affiliated with the house, but because it sits on a ley line, it's almost like just people are like a stagecoach area where people just keep coming in and coming in.
Yeah.
And it definitely is. I mean,
So talking about that, do you think anything comes through the mirrors?
Absolutely.
Because when we were running the Mel meter earlier, me and Nadia, we had a Mel meter up there. We actually were talking about you. We said, but are you excited to see Kristin later? And it lit up there. And then we did it up in the altar room too. And the same thing, we put it in front of the mirror and it went off again in front of the mirror.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was my grandmother's mirror.
Okay.
Oh,
She
wow.
would hang these in her home
Yeah.
when the family members were laid out in a casket to repel negative energy, evil energies, evil spirits from harming our dead family members.
Yeah.
So that's, and somehow I'm the collector of all of the mirrors in the family because, God forbid my cousin Kayla. Take responsibility.
So was that mirror? Was that
That's what I'm.
here whenever you just lived here too, or did
No.
you bring it in later?
No, I brought it in when my Aunt Rosie died because Aunt Rosie had like 3 of them
Oh, okay.
because her and Grandma were best friends.
Yeah.
Then when Aunt Rosie died, then I got stuck with all of them.
All 3 of them.
Yes, well, all 7.
7.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
wow.
Kayla did have one at one point in
Good
time.
job, Kayla.
But I found it at a pawn shop. And I said, Daniel, that's Grandma's mirror. And he said, your cousin's a crackhead. I said, I know.
Did you end up buying it?
I had to buy it back.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that is wild.
Kayla's not really a crackhead.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
not. She's just dumb.
She just... No, that's a family love.
Kayla.
Great. That's great.
I'm sorry.
No,
Just being
no.
honest.
Yeah. Hey. Speak freely. Speak freely.
Now I'm probably going to hear it from Aunt Judy later.
Hey, Judy, you watching Bumping the Night right now? You're out there. Leave a comment.
You're all going to hell.
Yeah.
Bunch of Satanists. I plead the blood of Jesus Christ on all of you. This is my family.
Yeah, yeah. So do you have any, well, I mean, obviously not at the moment, but do you have any plans whenever you fully get recovered? Any locations in particular that you kind of got to?
I definitely went to
Sure.
the Midway Hotel.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just checking that out yesterday, and then
Yeah.
you say it, now it's a major confirmation.
Okay.
Like, I just texted John Campbell that a little bit ago, like before I came down here.
Yeah.
I said, I really, really, really want to do that.
If you go there, my girl, Martha Minnie Serwinski, she died in, I'll butcher the year. I'm sorry, Blair. It's like 1907 or 1911 on the 4th of July. Brutally with a fireworks accident, cut her throat. But decapitated her on the balcony. But we got so much activity from her. And she's like, it's not like here. It's like most of the energy is friendly, except for in the one room. There is an angry woman. But yeah, it's a very kind of friendly place. Except
Well, even I mean, she's more against men, I think, than women.
Yeah. We had a theory. Spoiler alert, but the documentary's been out for like a year and a half or so. But we kept getting activity from a little girl, and everybody else, other paranormal teams got activity from a little girl. They said they would like usually laying there, like a lot of females would lay down, and they'd feel like just a little kid crawl up into their lap. And we kept getting activity from the little girl, and she kept indicating, like, talking about her mom through the spirit box and stuff like that. And then we were in the canopy room, and the little girl showed up and started mentioning her mother and stuff. And then, so we kind of connected the dots a little bit that possibly that little girl spirit is connected with the woman who haunts the canopy room. And then we kept getting a gentleman who was like really regretful about something that he did. And it coincided with, I forget the exact EVPs and everything, but it coincided with the woman in the canopy room. So we kind of felt like at one point she said she was strangled, the woman in the canopy room. So we felt like something happened to the little girl, potentially the little girl's their daughter. And then, when people have a loss of a child, they can kind of go manic. And we felt like the gentleman killed his wife, possibly, and then committed suicide afterwards.
Oof.
So that room can be negative, but everything else was very positive.
Well, there is that other room that's supposed to have the demonic stuff, but it wasn't open.
Yeah, there was a person.
Now it's open.
But now it's open. So we did not get the...
But they had some known Bishop James Long. Some known bishop stayed in the room there for a long period of time. Like, I don't know if he was doing like an exorcism on the room or
I don't
why
think
he
it
was
was
there.
Bishop.
I don't remember. It was some known guy that's been on TV, like stayed there for a long period.
Yeah.
And then there was also some rock star guy was there too. I guess Blair knows that like stayed there for 6 months or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Does Blair stay there?
Yeah.
He lives there?
Yeah, he I think he has a residence in Pittsburgh too. I know his daughter lives in Pittsburgh. Actually, his baby's mom was actually in me and Jen's wedding because she performs in the circus, and we had like contortionists and stuff, and she does that type of stuff.
That's
so
cool.
She was at her wedding.
Yeah. But yeah, he stays in the one room. At least he did when we were there.
I can't wait to see it. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I just got to wait a couple more weeks.
Oh, obviously.
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
But and plus I'm really out of breath a lot too.
There's a lot of steps.
There are a lot of steps.
Is there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like even to get to a bedroom, you have to go up a flight of steps.
Yeah.
There's no bedrooms on the first floor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Unless you're feeling 100%, I would not recommend the basement either.
No.
It's really,
sketchy.
really
The
sketchy.
steps
to
are
get
real
down
sketchy down
there.
there.
But we got some really cool stuff down there. But it's very sketchy to get down in the basement.
I mean, people need to understand paranormal investigators, like it's exercise.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And you're sleep deprived and then you gotta, it's a lot of work.
Oh, for sure.
It really is. And I wish people would start giving credit where credit is deserved.
Yeah.
You
We
know?
always thought the pair hangover because you just
Oh,
lose sleep
Lord.
and then like you're not recovered for like a day or two.
Well, even
Like,
this the dark. I knew that just walking in the woods.
Yeah.
Down the trail.
yeah, you didn't go up the hill with us.
Yeah.
Luckily, you
I've
did.
been up that hill before. I ain't going.
Yeah, like, that was where we got the most activity. The
That's
first
like
time,
even
but-
the Keysport going up them steps to the
Yeah.
Witch's Rock or whatever. It is.
Yeah, I need to get my team in shape. I need to have a boot camp one of these summers and just get everybody in
A
shape.
boot camp.
A boot camp. Well, I'll do the testes method. Just
Coochie-coo.
Is that a ghost or is that Sean's tongue? We don't know.
His tongue?
Oh yeah, you gotta skin his balls deep into that thing. But yeah, how long have we been running? What time is it?
Iron 13.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you have anything to do or anything because
No, I've been stuck on this sitcom, or not sitcom, but this television show because I lay in bed.
yeah, understandable.
Late,
Yeah,
but-
when you catch up on all good TV.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing is just watching The Fosters, and
I haven't seen it yet.
it's don't go down that rabbit hole. But then I took a break from it. I'm on season 3, and there's like 30 episodes in each season.
Oh yeah, those are brutal.
They're 46 minutes apiece. So I
Yeah.
started watching that vampire sitcom. Like it's hilarious.
Is that the Something in the Shadows?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
I watched
I
Ghost
wanted
all the
to.
time. Ghost is a good show.
Ghost
Yes.
is good. I like
Yeah,
Ghost.
I did
yeah.
that too.
I just watched the American Gladiators documentary.
Did you?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. A lot of steroids, doing crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't watch Netflix anymore because I watched everything on it.
Yeah,
You know? Yeah. But yeah, that's what I do. I do that. And then if there's a psychic call that comes in, I'll hit pause on Netflix and do the call or,
yeah,
but chat, I do a lot of psychic chat, and that's pretty simple. I don't have to.
yeah. Go anywhere or anything
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
So I'm predominantly working from home. I have for 10 years.
yeah,
But and then this place, but I thought about and that's why I really like to get out. You know what I mean? Even if it's just for the weekend, I like to go and or even I can even do it on the weekdays. It really doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Because I make my own schedule. And weekdays would actually be better because nobody's ever here.
Yeah, that's the perfect
You
time
know,
to
and
do
I
it.
think maybe locations give you a kickback or something on the weekdays. We don't, but
Yeah.
I bet you other ones do. But
That's the businesswoman right there.
you want a discount? No.
Now you have to pay more.
Now you
for
have to pay
asking. Oh,
Actually, you're not. You can't even come now.
yeah.
I'm just joking. No, but I almost had a really soft moment the other day. Like I was almost nice, and I really thought about being nice to people, and then I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
So I don't know.
No, have they ever been nice to you?
Yeah.
Fuck no, they haven't. You know? Fuck them all. No, I'm just joking. I'm playing with you guys, but no, I won't even tell you. I'll tell you when we're done.
Some behind the scenes.
Some behind the scenes stuff, yeah. No. Yeah, but when I have those really, really nice moments, I do have a notebook of all the people that fuck me over.
Yeah,
I
don't
do.
blame you.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, how else am I going to get it out?
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
not going to like. I know I've called you like twice. Like, can you believe this cocksucker?
Yeah.
You know, what I mean? I've done that like twice, but I don't do that normally. But I'll just write it
Well,
out.
sometimes you got to vent for sure.
Well,
and sometimes even internal venting, just writing it out, like you still need more.
Yeah, it's probably why I had a heart attack because all this like keeping it in.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like definitely keeping it in.
Mhm.
And I do that a lot until it just cracks.
Oh yeah.
But no, like if I ever have those soft moments where like, oh, I really like that person. No, I open up that notebook and but remember what these motherfuckers did? That person's no different. They have a pulse.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
awful.
It's definitely it is hard to trust people. I mean, like you
Mhm.
said, like you'll have paranormal teams where they're kind of under your wing, and then
I have best friends that turn on me.
yeah,
Best friends, like people that come to my house,
yeah,
sleep and eat in my house.
yeah,
And I take them in homeless people at some point. lose everything.
yeah.
And they get the grandiose idea, we're gonna run the Bellaire House. Why would you want to do that?
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know Daniel doesn't want to do it, but he does it.
Yeah,
You know, it's just that it's that ego and that fame at that point.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be like that. You
yeah,
can't. Like you have to keep it. You have to keep things balanced. And thank God I didn't watch ghost shows or ghost TV
Yeah, I
or
don't really do
paranormal
much either,
TV
yeah.
prior to the Bellaire House. And truthfully, I'm not trying to seem weird, but I only watched TV ghost shows when I was on them.
yeah.
You know
oh,
what I
yeah,
mean? Because I wanted to
sure.
see how they made me look.
Yeah,
But when Bishop James Long and Sean Whitman, I think I'm saying his last name wrong. He gave me my first paranormal podcast ever.
Mm.
And then my friend in Florida, when they just did that Exorcist series, what was it? Jason, I can't remember what it was.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was on Discovery Plus.
Mm.
We did buy Discovery Plus to watch it because 3 of my dear
Good
friends
friends,
were on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, boy, did I get my ass handed to me for sharing their stuff.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, you were promoting it. Yeah, that's how I think I knew about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Was it from Discovery or from them?
it was from the Kentucky people,
Oh, really?
like the people from Kentucky. Like my friend, listen, I have a diversity of friends.
yeah.
Like Jared, I think he goes by Jester Yup Yup.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
yeah.
I like him. Don't think I don't. I do. But he shared it. And you know, when you're on TV, you have no control.
Yeah.
They're going to chop it up and make it look like you're doing anything that you could possibly do. Like they even like demonize crystals. Okay? Like you have crystals?
That's evil.
You're a
Oh, you have
demon.
crystals on you right now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sage. You have sage. That's the devil's medicine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And oh God, it was a mess. Like
Yeah.
some of the things that were being said about my friends. And I'm like, normally the old Kristin Lee would have been like, blah, 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 blah. But I'm just like, now, you know, I get it. I get people are dumb.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
are stupid. People I'm being very honest. I really don't even care.
Yeah.
And it's ignorant. It's very ignorant.
People are
And
stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
Sure.
absolutely. And I don't know, what we do is so risque anyway.
Yeah.
And we're not even a science.
Yeah. Atypical side.
Right, correct. So I mean, just to sit there and just watch like Tweedledee and Tweedle fucking Dumber, be dumb.
Yeah.
It's comical to me now.
Okay.
And I'm just like, you know what? Y'all just think what you want to think.
Yeah, that's why. Like I have a friend who he's a decent following on a podcast. He says he just posts and ghosts. He just posts it out there, doesn't even read the comments, like just ignores it.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you have to do once you hit a certain level, because you're just gonna go nuts reading all the negativity.
Well, I mean, I know with like TikTok stuff and that we've had, because we have a pretty decent following.
You
on
do.
TikTok. We've had people talk shit. Me and Jen will mock them. We made this little like country video where we're just reading all the comments, like talking shit on people, talking shit on us. Like, I don't give a shit.
No, I don't really care. I don't have to pick a side anymore.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, I had to pick a side.
Yeah.
And I had to make sure that I accommodated every person that came in this house and treated them. But then, when we started filming that one show that you'll never see, that's when I put my foot down and I'm like, you know what? Fuck that.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm never going to be like that again.
Yeah, for sure.
No, never again. Never. But it is what it is. And I really don't care if they don't like me and they don't like the way that I am. They don't have to come here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Why hate?
Yeah.
Just don't. You're not in my life. I'm not in your life.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then the people that come here, I'm never probably going to see them again anyway. So, I mean, what's the point?
Yeah.
You remember back in the day, like, good Lord, we'd have a spread on the table and all of the sheets would be clean and everything was so pristine and the floor. Do I give a fuck anymore what this place looks like? No.
Yeah.
My husband's in charge of cleaning it.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's that say? You know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah.
Once, about every 3 weeks, Jen will come in and, she'll, scrub it down.
Yeah, make it all nice.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it every day anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not. Washing 12 comforters every weekend was stupid.
Oh, it's brutal.
It was
for
dumb.
sure.
It was really
I don't
dumb.
blame you for that. That's
No, thank God COVID happened. I hate to say it that way,
Yeah.
because that's when we went to fitted sheets. And I can't tell you when the last time they've been changed. That's why we say bring your own blankets and pillows.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Because I got no more fucks to get.
Yeah. I have like a scabies sign.
Scabies.
Scabies if you're in the sheets.
Leprosy.
You like get hyphens from that pillow.
That's why we don't provide them.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to sleep, there's leather couches. I know those are clean.
Yeah.
That's where I sleep.
Yeah. Second day we were here last time. That's where I slept.
No, but I'm not playing. No, we do keep the beds clean. I'm just playing to keep it. No, sometimes it's just we skip. We skip it. Like if Daniel's sick, I'm not coming here.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not. No, and then we tell people, hey, you might want to check that. But we haven't had to do that in a long time.
Yeah.
And then Jen's just right here, so
that always helps out.
Yeah, that's really cool that she's right there. Yeah.
So going back to kind of separating you from the house, like
It's impossible.
But at the same time, who do you think, or who would you say you are outside of and separated from the Bellaire House? Like, who is Kristin
Who am
Lee?
I? Oh, fuck. I'm like SpongeBob. I don't know who I am. Well, I'm a really good mom. I really am.
Yeah.
I truly am.
You definitely are. I see
Yeah.
everything that you're doing to.
I care about my
career.
kids.
Yeah.
I care about my granddaughter. I love them. That, like, if I could spend all of my life and all my hours with those three human beings, I would.
No.
Yeah, that, thank God, Mr. Miyagi. But I have to stop rescuing cats. I'm up to 7 cats now. So if anybody needs a cat, please let me know. They're all medically cleared. Listen, they're not real cats. They're familiars. If you're a witch
They're familiar.
and you want a black cat that's a familiar and very magical, please get a hold of Bump in the Night or just email us at BellaireHouseTours.com.
Don't send us any more
But you
so
can
I got
have-
3 cats.
you can-
Yeah, I got one. That's enough. I got 1 and a 2-year-old, so I'm capped out in my house for sure.
Yeah, they're great cats. They're great. They just need their wet food at 7 a.m. That's the rule. No, I do that. I don't want to do the paranormal like 24/7.
Yeah.
Like there's a lady that is down the road. I heard about her 20 years ago, and Jen, my friend Jen, she's got me a direct connect to do an interview on her. Like this lady's a modern day Janis Joplin.
Oh wow,
So I want to do a documentary on her.
oh, that'd be awesome.
I want to do a documentary on my friend Willie, who's a Native American.
Yeah,
I still want to get in the hip hop industry and do documentaries on hip hop.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of breaking free from that paranormal chain.
Yeah.
I mean, it's where my heart and soul is. It made me grow up quick. It made me understand a lot of things in life. It really has. It's made me. Let's just be honest. It's made me a lot of money. Don't hate me.
Yeah, for sure it did. I mean, you had to live that experience before you open it up. So
Well, yeah, I mean, think about it. The paranormal got me into my psychic gigs, right?
Yeah.
And my psychic gigs, I mean, I don't make money off the Bellaire House. I just started to pay myself like this year.
yeah,
After all of this time, I just finally started to like give myself a measly $500 a month. That's
Yeah.
nothing compared to what, because I'd always sink it back
put
into
it back in.
marketing and you know and
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and
sure.
fixing things and but I'm not doing that anymore. I deserve to have that $500 to put toward whatever I want to put it toward.
Yeah, definitely.
And normally I put it toward a trip to go to film more paranormal.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's neither here or there. But no, I definitely want to do more film. I definitely want to I want to see both of my kids succeed.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Especially my son Lane. He's had so many obstacles in his life, like major obstacles, and he's so talented. And I want to see him just be his best self. Because I mean, let's face it, we're all parents here.
yeah,
We're not getting any younger.
definitely not.
Who's going to take care of our kids when we're dead?
Yeah,
Nobody.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like we don't have a big family. It's me and Daniel and Lane.
Yeah.
And well, it's me and Daniel and Lane. Because
Yeah.
Nick's got his family and he works 90 hours a week. And,
Yeah, doing his own thing.
yeah, and he's got a 5-year or almost 5-year-old. So I mean, we hardly see him because he's so busy. But like that was a big scare. Like if I would have died, which it would have been Lane and Daniel.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I mean, that's always a fear for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's as a parent, I always feel like no matter how depressed you are, no matter how bad you feel, like you have a duty to your child to
Mhm.
make sure that they grow up to be the best person ever.
Yes.
And you can't be selfish with that duty.
Mm-mm.
And sometimes accidents, like things happen where you can't fulfill that, but I feel like you need to have that attitude while you're here to make sure that they succeed. And I see you traveling all over the place with your son, and
Mhm.
yeah, that's definitely a great thing.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable because I'm like, the old grandmother walking into an Eminem movie. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this kid's taking me to Compton.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Not Compton. Daniel accidentally did that. I'm sorry. The wrong person. No, we went to Inglewood, which is a D+ area in
Yeah.
Chicago, for
Yeah.
his first recording studio session ever. I had a Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
You're like, shit, I should have stopped at Walmart and switched out.
Yeah.
At least get a knockoff.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I was legitimately scared.
Oh, for sure.
So I mean, then where was that other sketchy place? Oh God! One time he took us to Steubenville. I didn't think we were going to live.
In Steubenville?
Yes.
I didn't even know it was that bad of a place.
It's,
I'd never been there. I had a boss that lived there. But
it's
yeah.
hip hop.
yeah.
Yeah, we were like in some gang territory.
Yeah.
Not like small time gang, like big gang.
Yeah.
And here's me.
Yeah. At least you didn't have the blonde hair at that time, though.
I did not. Thank God. Thank God. No, but the guy looked at me, and Lil Rascal was there, and they were smoking on. I don't remember. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but it's like this. It's what we would call bong, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not called that. It's called something else. And you,
Some MacGyver shit.
yeah, something weird.
Yeah.
And the
No
big,
idea what is it.
She's like, I don't know.
that's a good thing. She don't
That's
know
your
what that
generation.
is. Generation Z.
Yeah.
But this guy walks in, big guy, like linebacker, football. True, I
Yeah.
not want to fuck with him. He looks at me and he's like, looking at me like I'm a narc, and I'm like, fuck. And
Yeah.
he looked at me and he's like, smoke that shit. And I'm like, fuck. Alex. And he's like, yeah, mama. I said, give me that. He's like,
Yeah.
what do you mean you don't smoke his stuff? I was like, I know, honey, but just shut up and give it to me.
Yeah.
I did it, and the guy's like, all right. You know, and I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. Gave you the opportunity. Yeah.
Then we got little Cetro in there. Like, he's got Yoda on his shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's like from Abu Dhabi, right? So he's like not even like understand. And these kids that Lane hangs out with, they're like preppy kids
Yeah.
from Falls Church, and you know, like
And go to very hood places.
this was the hood of all hoods.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this was, but we knew people there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we were,
Somewhat protected.
yeah, somewhat. But had we not known them, we would have been in a lot of trouble. But little Cedro gets up and he's scared to death. Like, he's in the pool room crying. He's like, I can't do this. I was like, bro, I was like, what are you going to do? I was like, we'll go. Like, well, I'll leave right now, but we got to go now.
Yeah.
Like, we got to, because they're getting ready to start. And then he's like, okay, let's go. And then, Cedro, come on up. You're up first, bro. And he's like, fuck. And I was like, bro, just do it.
Yeah.
Do it. I was like, you got this. We're not going to let anything happen to you. And then little Alex goes up to the bar, 18 years old. He's like, I need Jack Daniels. I was like, the fuck you do. Get over there with your brothers.
Yeah.
I'm like wrangling all these little like hip hop artists, and
Yeah.
you know, and then you know it was Alex's turn, and that was great because he's Latino.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's
Such
all good.
Huge diverse group.
Yeah, huge. We got Abu Dhabi, and then we got Lil Lane.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all the people are like, oh, look at Lane supporting his brother. And then Lane gets up, right? And they're like, oh, we love him. He's
Yeah.
great. You know, it's like, okay. And then they're like, we're leaving now. I was like, oh, no, we're not.
Yeah.
I was like, you're going to watch the act because that's respectful.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't just walk out when all three of you are done
Yeah.
and we're going to tie.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be there at the end at that point.
No, they made it a minute and they all left.
As soon as people got into it, they're like,
And then they're like, I forgot my weed. And I'm like, you fucking cares about your
Yeah.
weed? Just go.
"Oh, catch you more."
I love them. I do. I love the kids. I mean,
Yeah.
it's such a great vibe. I mean, you know, and I don't like the fact that they smoke so much pot. Let's just get that out there. I'm being
Yeah.
very honest.
Yeah.
But I mean, as long as they're doing it and they're not killing anybody and they're
Yeah,
not driving and doing it, do you know what I
They're
mean?
not doing other harder things.
No, they don't do anything
Yeah,
other than that.
exactly. So I'd rather have, someone that smokes pot than
Yeah.
does crack. And
Yeah, or
does
drinks
crazy
and
shit.
gets behind the wheel.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they always have like a person that doesn't smoke pot to drive them around. But
Yeah.
when we're in the cities, we can always Uber and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But no, the kids are, I mean, they're great kids. And I don't understand how, like, I don't understand my son, first of all. You know, my son has autism spectrum disorder.
Yeah.
And he gets in that booth. He has no clue what he's going to do. And he just starts.
Just does it.
He just does it and it comes together like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There might be one time where he says, run it back or, you know, do that again.
Yeah.
Maybe
Usually
one or
it's
two
two
times.
takes.
One
Yeah.
or two takes and it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Like it's really, and I've watched him like do like 60, 70 songs like that.
Yeah. It's amazing on the spectrum. It's like, it's like the brain, it showcases how the brain works crazily, if
Mhm.
that's even a word. But then, like, it's almost like there's always like a savant moment where
Yes.
they have something that they just crush it in. Because I know I have a coworker whose grandson's very high on, or is it high or low on the spectrum? I'm not sure.
High functioning?
He's low function.
Okay.
I don't know if that's low on the spectrum, but whatever. But he's nonverbal,
Yes.
but he will type out what he wants to say,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like a math whiz. is. Like
Yeah.
he's like 7 doing like calculus and shit.
That's the way it is.
It's just amazing how that works.
Yeah, I remember when Lane and Alex hacked into Microsoft
Yeah.
when they were like 9,
Yeah.
and the FBI showed up at our front door.
You're like, oh shit, you're not for me, are you?
I'm like, well, yeah. I was like, I just do ghosts.
Like, put the drugs away.
Yeah.
I thought we really spoke pot, but I did it in hell.
No, I mean that showcases like you're fulfilling that duty as a parent, going to these severely sketchy places,
Dude.
and as a being a protector in that
Mhm.
scenario. So that's definitely amazing.
Yeah, and they're planning to go to New York soon, and I'm not. I'm like finally stepping back.
Yeah.
It took Lane a while to learn how to count money.
Mhm.
It did, but he's got a handle on it now. We figured some things out. He lives on his own.
Yeah.
But
How old is he now?
he'll be 21 in October.
I was getting old.
Yeah, he is. But I mean, he still doesn't have he doesn't have friends around here because he doesn't leave his apartment.
Yeah.
Like he'll go out and he'll play. Like he'll play in front of thousands of people, and then he'll get off stage, and he knows to like talk to people for 5 or 10 minutes. And he's like, "Mom, out,"
Yeah.
and he'll leave.
Yeah.
He'll go sit in the whip, and he'll like.
That can be overwhelming.
It's
too.
so
Yeah,
overwhelming.
sure.
Like that sensory part.
Yeah.
Like it is. It's very overwhelming. But when he gets up there, he rocks it every time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Every time. One time I didn't go with him in Florida, and he did fall off the stage in Florida, and they took pictures of him, and I was super pissed at his management for making that.
Yeah. What's known about that show? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was all right there.
No,
No.
but he got back up and he continued.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. And there's like, some of his, some of the people that he's worked with, in like computers and stuff like that. Lane's a whiz. Lane can code anything.
Yeah.
I mean, he's out there like that. But there was a simple task where he was being interviewed by a radio station, and he had to fill out his email address and things like that. And the guy looks at me and he's like, "Does he know how to do stuff like that? You better help him." I was like, "Bro, FBI showed up at my house. Lane has hacked into Microsoft. Get to know your clients.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, get to know him.
Yeah.
Don't do that."
Don't assume. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I want to like bite their throats out. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, don't do that. But no, I have to step back. I do, because I mean, it's not cool to take Mom with you everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're going into hip hop.
Yeah, especially if you're getting ready to play in front of shade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're not doing that. Mom's
Yeah.
not going.
Yeah.
Especially blonde right now. No.
Yeah, no more sketchy areas so you can get a different
Because
haircut.
I'm like a beacon of light with this bleach blonde hair. It's like they'll see me coming from a mile away.
The female Eminem.
No, but it's weird though. Like when I have diverse hair color, like, purple or pink or that real maroon vampire red, like
Yeah.
nobody fucks with me.
Yeah.
Like people scatter from me. But like now I get crazy people coming up at me.
Yeah. I'm sure owning the Bellaire House probably get crazy people coming up to you regardless of.
Jesus Christ, you have no idea.
I can only imagine. We get some weird messages and stuff, so
Yeah.
I can only imagine what you
Yes.
get.
Oh, let me see if let me hold on. Oh, this was nuts. I don't even know if I still have it. I have to play this on your show if I still have it.
Okay.
Voicemail. Let's see.
Oh yeah. So does the number that people call just go straight to do you have a separate number, like a business number?
Daniel's number, but somehow this person got my phone number.
Oh, jeez.
I know I sent it to Daniel. Hold on. Oh God, I didn't even remember when it was. It might take me a minute. Let me just see if I can pull up. Zodiac snack food. No, that's stuff I've been writing for work. Performance agreement.
While she's looking that up, do we have any comments or anything?
No, do you have anything on TikTok or anything?
Shit, I fucking call him.
Oh no.
live on the podcast.
Yeah.
They don't call back. Shit. I wonder if that was.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Okay, wait. Oh, that's the house I want to buy. Hold on. No, I can't even find it. Voice message. Wait, this might be it. Wait, I don't think this is it.
I was gonna say something. You might want to check and make sure. Before
No,
we
that was
play.
my friend Richard. That was my friend Richard. Hold on. Daniel does, like, when we get doozies or like real friends,
Yeah.
like he'll forward me the voice messaging of them.
You gotta have like a external hard drive of the weirdest voicemails that you.
I should have started that years ago. I just didn't. I really should have. If there was a time machine, I would go back and do that. Yeah, there was like heavy breathers. Kristin Lee, I saw you on television. Touching myself.
Oh my god.
I'm like, bro, you're
Mikey,
touching
why'd you
someone
call
I
her?
Yeah. Hey, John was touching me. I wasn't touching myself. He was touching me while I was calling.
It's crazy. This is so funny. I can't remember because my mind is so scrambled from everything that's been happening.
Yeah.
On what the fuck is that? Oh, that was Lane's apartment. Hold on. Wait, is that it? No. I don't know where it is now.
What was the premise of the voicemail? Do you remember?
I don't. It was a little girl 2 years later still asking for Sam and Colby for us to give them their personal telephone numbers. And she was just out of it. Like she had to been like maybe 8, 9 years old. But there's this little boy that still today calls Daniel. Like every week he'll call Daniel and talk about ghosts.
Yeah.
And Daniel doesn't have a heart to say, I don't want to talk to you. But he's always like, listen, your mom know you're talking to some old man. Because I don't want to be going to jail or anything.
Yeah, you better record those.
Yeah. Because we don't want to be set up anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, that's funny. But he calls Daniel weekly, and they'll just talk about hauntings. And this kid he wants to be an investigator so bad, and he's like 12 years old, and he can't, like, his parents don't take him anywhere. And
that's awesome that Daniel does that.
Yeah.
Now, Steve and Colby, are they the ones that were on Joe Rogan not too long ago?
I don't know.
I think they
I don't
were.
even know.
They're younger guys, right?
Yeah, they are. They're kids.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were.
Yeah, they were here. That episode was a disaster.
Really?
Yes, it was. Yeah, because I was so excited. Like, I didn't even see this one coming. The first team that ever investigated the Bellaire House.
Is that you? Okay.
The first team that ever investigated the Bellaire House was so excited they wanted their daughters to meet Sam and Colby. I'm like, yeah, sure, come on down.
Yeah.
Then it was like we went back in time and nothing had ever changed, and they started to interview him, and that's fine. I thought it was great, but there was some stuff that had changed over 13 years.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see it? Because change. That's going to happen.
Yeah, sure.
But then I had to retract a lot of things when people would come because no, that happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's not the way it is now.
Yeah.
Like those types of things. And I hate retracting. Even like television shows that say like wrong information, or what really burns my buttons is people that have never even been here do podcasts about me.
Yeah.
And they've never even been here.
Yeah.
And they have all this misinformation. And then teams come in and they're like, yeah, we heard this on this podcast. And then I'm like, no, that never happened.
Yeah.
But it's out there. It's public. It doesn't mean it happened.
Yeah.
And then I start to become a little bit of a bitch.
Well, that's why when we did our documentary, like after it was done,
yeah, you sent it to me.
Send it to beforehand. I try to do that with
everybody.
Most of the places that we investigate.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want misinformation, I want to make sure that we have as accurate as possible information.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to release anything that the owner doesn't want us to release. Like I'm working on one now. I investigated an antique store by myself, and it's taking a long time. I'm sorry, Sean, but once it's done, same etiquette. Always send it over. Make sure that everything's kosher and good.
Yeah,
and I think more teams should do that.
I think they should too, and I think that they should stop pretending like there's demons in a place just for clicks and likes and more viewerships.
Yep.
I mean, that's
everything's demons.
everything.
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
Yeah, or creepy pasta. Did you see that one yet? Yeah, you'll see it. That's a nice hashtag, and like everyone, that's a nice hashtag too.
Yeah.
The creepy pasta is like a legit show.
Was that the one that came up with Slender Man?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that everybody's hashtagging that, they have for like a year now, but now people are finally starting to realize, oh, we'll get noticed if we hashtag that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
Yeah.
You know.
I don't watch too much of the investigations. I think the only one I watch on a somewhat regular basis would be Paranormal Quest. And I know they're the guys from Moundsville, and they've been here several times.
So we're actually doing their convention September 9th.
Yeah.
Tell everybody I said hello.
You should
Yeah.
come down. We'll be down
I
there.
wasn't invited.
We're inviting you.
I'm good.
Maybe we'll stop on and see you then. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Or
sure.
Get dinner or something.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll definitely get dinner.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I just have to have the Mediterranean diet.
The Mediterranean, I can't even imagine that.
I've
It
looked it
does
up before.
quitting smoking and a diet all in
Oh,
the same
yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I think that the next project that Curl and I are going to do together is we're actually going to do a horror film in here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to dress up like an old hag. I mean, we have the story
Yeah.
kind of outlined right now, but I'm definitely going to do a lot of like makeup and stuff like that and be part of it,
Oh, that's awesome.
you know. And,
Yeah,
and,
might as well. I mean,
Yeah, you're ever looking for extras, we'll put it out or something. too.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're going to need extras for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
now,
Yeah.
is it going to tie to the history at all, or
No,
no
it's gonna-
spoilers? I know.
No. It's going to be about what I think that this house does to people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm the ringleader and the puppeteer giving it.
So she lured us in.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that guy that we met up at the his name's Romeo. Remember him?
Aaron?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm friends with
Yeah. Well, he's going to be in it too.
him. Okay.
We're going to
we
chain him
we
in the
filmed the
basement.
Carver House together. I've known him because Mystery and all that. They were in the movie, and I've known them for years. So
Yeah. Well, him and Curl are really good friends.
Okay.
And so it's like we all like I met him with you,
Mm-hmm.
and then our paths came together in hip hop and Lane again.
Yeah,
So-
he was in the thing that was filmed here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah.
I think I saw him post stuff because I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. And then they just did one mic, and Curl did one mic, but the movie that he did Lost, it just reached 10 million views today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's huge.
That is huge.
That's
Oh, yeah.
huge.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So Lane's going to be doing a lot of. Lane's also switched and diverse, not just hip hop artist, but also actor. And he's been working with them to do movies and things like that. Like, I think they're going. God, please forgive me, but either blue face or baby face or some kind of face.
Blueface, I think. Right? Oh, is it Blueface?
Well, there's Blueface and there's Babyface, right?
Well, it's one of them. Pretty soon. Yeah, and then they go out to LA too. Pretty soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not going. Fine.
I don't blame you.
No, I'm not. No.
Anything else you want to promote?
Nope.
No?
Not anymore. I'm all done here.
What about the YouTube about your shows on YouTube regarding
Yes.
so
Yes. If people could please go like and subscribe My Haunted Village. Just type in My Haunted Village Kristin Lee, KristinLee. I think that I'm at 1,600 watch hours. We need 4,000.
oh yeah.
The first season, it isn't like, listen, I had no production. I did it
Yeah.
on my own.
Yeah.
So
We
this,
feel your pain.
yes, this season, I have a production crew.
Yeah.
So this season's going to be 1,000 times better.
Awesome.
And I can't wait to
Maybe
release
Dalton
it.
and Knight will show up on there.
Yeah, definitely. We're totally going to do that. But the first, I mean, I'm going to start it probably mid-September and then go all the way to New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So one a week
We
is
also
the
need
goal.
to set up the Friendsgiving here again. We did
I
it
hope
last
you
year.
do.
Yeah.
You
I'm
need to
gonna-
come down for it.
I will this year. I was on the road with Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, he's not touring so much now.
Yeah.
But because everything's kind of local right now. Everything's like in Pittsburgh. So
Yeah.
we were always in Pittsburgh too. So I didn't think that's really cool. But no, we definitely got to do the Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
And maybe we can do an actual episode and some, for that.
Yeah.
And that would take about a month to turn around to promote it, but
Yeah.
we can totally do that.
Yeah. We still got to release the last.
Well, Jen made that.
Jet made the one, yeah. But yeah, it's so hard to get everything. Like we release.
We have
what?
so much footage of stuff that we
Yeah.
have.
I mean, it's so ridiculous.
Go back like a couple years, we have stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I probably won't go back to that stuff because it's really rough.
Some of that stuff's like Loveland and that, though. We still haven't put any of that out.
It's just.
But then you were talking about cameramen too. Like now, like we have a couple of people that are pretty reliable.
Yeah.
But we've had some rough spots, especially with our past cameraman where we actually filmed in Monsville, never gave us our footage.
Yeah.
And then he was actually, I'm not going to mention the person because I don't want to give him anything, but he was working with somebody known in YouTube, screwed her over, and now they're not, like, he just does this to people.
Mhm.
So,
I've been there. I mean, Stormy Daniels was here. That's no,
Yeah.
everybody knows that. I don't have that footage and I'll never have it.
Yeah.
They won't give it up.
Oh, really?
No.
but even like with him, when he like said that he had like experience, if you have experience, why are all our fucking heads cut off in every shot? Like, he didn't know what the fuck.
Yeah. That's like
Yeah.
I'm filming.
Like, he had audio experience, but he had no video experience.
So he's an audio engineer.
Yeah.
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 He just bought fancy cameras, didn't know how to use them. So.
That's a shame.
Yeah, you'll have it.
Yeah. I know I'm getting ready to send the Canon back. I don't like it. I like Sony for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I know my Sony doesn't have night vision, but we can use like little flashlights and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of teams are doing that now.
Yeah.
I mean, we still stick with IR lights, but
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time. Sometimes if we're doing lives, then we're kind of forced to do a flashlight. But I mean, I don't think spirits really care.
No.
But like, yeah,
They don't care what camera you have. No, they
Yeah.
do say, hey, you're filming.
Yeah,
They do say camera. They know when they're
we
being
had that
filmed.
happen when we were here in October because Emily came through up in the attic and said camera. So we shut off all the cameras, but Jen had her phone going, and I had the digital voice recorder,
Mhm.
and that's really when we got the most activity.
That was Fetch, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
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 I mean, I'm excited. If there's cool people that want to come and they want filmed and they want something made, like a big production made, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to not here. I don't want to be here and on film. I'd rather be behind the camera and help somebody build their name
Yeah.
here. I mean, because let's be honest, you hashtag Bellaire House, you say you're Bellaire House, you're going to get views.
Yeah.
You
Oh, yeah.
will.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you have the right person behind the camera, it's not going to fuck you over.
Yeah.
It might take me a month to get it put together for
It takes
you.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah. But at least you're going to have a quality video,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm open to doing that, helping people. I mean, look how many people, and I'm not saying that the whole paranormal community screwed me over because they haven't. There's been a lot of people that have helped me.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of person where I have been helped. I'm going to pay that forward and help back. But these people better be damn good people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they really need to be good people. And, I'll trust you until you screw me over. And,
Exactly.
and there's no more 3 strikes, you're out.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
one strike and
So you.
yeah. Mhm.
No, I understand that
Yeah.
completely.
And I just had to do that to one of my best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll have that for sure.
Yep. It's and it's hard because everybody, everybody's like, they get sucked into this place, and this place does suck you in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And
Sean always picks on me about my obsession with trying to figure out the Bellaire House.
That's
Mhm.
Fox here.
Yeah, he always picks on me.
Yeah.
Go stop.
yep, go stop. Aw.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite S-Box.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried the SB7, the SB11.
Yeah.
The SB11's too complicated.
It
The
is.
SB7's just not loud enough.
No, it's not. Not
The
even with the
Xbox is
speaker.
just perfect. I mean, you have some radio bleed, but
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to decipher what's real and what's not. What's
Yeah.
relevant to your questions.
That's true. It's very true.
When you get a demonic prince come through on the S-Box, there's not too many radio stations that are talking about him.
like Prince, the musician, and he
No, like all.
Oh, I thought you meant like purple.
Yeah,
Purple
that may be
demons.
on the radio list. Yeah, the spirit formerly known.
Louses.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you coming in.
Oh, thanks.
I guess appreciate
I appreciate you guys coming to us. Yeah.
for sure.
We'll have to do this again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And, we appreciate all the support and everything that you've done.
I appreciate your support. You're always sharing our stuff.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you.
sure. For sure.
Yeah, it's like that's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
We're supposed to help each other.
Exactly.
Why don't people get that?
I don't know. I think people just hate to see other people succeed.
That's so messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Ugh, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Yeah. That's why I don't do too much on the social media. Just
Yeah.
You know.
I try to stay out of the drama. Jen, that's different.
Yeah, Jen loves it.
Jen loves it. I try to stay out.
Yeah, she'll sit there and just eat popcorn while like the shit goes down.
Does she stir the pot?
No,
No. Yeah.
I mean,
But I think you guys were smart about it. I really do. I didn't even see it coming. I didn't. Like, I knew you guys were going to be popular. I knew it. But I didn't realize how fucking popular you were going to be. But you did it the right way. And I don't think people understand how you did it. I don't think they get it. What you did was you started your core team. And then you build upon bringing other people in to share. But what I don't think people understand is you treat people like human beings. You don't treat them like, well, I'm God. Lick my fucking shoes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Where other people.
I only do that to Mikey.
Yeah.
So-
But he likes it. Mikey likes it.
Mikey, you can leave my shoes anytime. I'll make sure to get some dog shit on you.
Oh, I got some cat shit.
They're perfect. Stomp in there like I'm stomping on grapes to make wine.
Yeah, for sure. But how many members are you guys up to now?
There's seven of us.
Seven?
But like we have
seven
three,
today.
we have three camera people too, so I don't know if you include
But you always see these lists like, hey, this is a new member, bump in the night. Like,
we have a lot of people that are, I wouldn't say members, but they do a lot of stuff with us.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Like you know Goose from Cryptic Paranormal
No.
Podcast. You don't know Goose? He's from
Uh-huh.
he does a lot of stuff with us.
Yeah.
Like they actually, when we were in Mansfield, him and his other teammate, they stayed in our Airbnb with us. Then he went out ghost town with us. And like we just work with a lot of people. We like to work with people.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
For sure. Yeah. I think it's cool. I don't think you should stop. I don't. I
Definitely.
don't see you stopping anytime soon either.
No.
Hopefully make it permanent.
Yeah,
That's the ultimate
exactly.
goal.
Yeah.
This damn full-time job's getting away.
Yeah.
Are you
I was
close?
like, what's that?
Are you close?
I don't think so.
I mean, we make a little bit of money on TikTok, but not enough. Like,
Not enough to quit.
no, like I'd even be happy if I could just work part time and do this,
Mhm.
you know. But it's not there yet.
No. I just want to talk to dead folks.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
Yeah. That's what I do all day long, either on the psychic lines or
Yeah.
here or
Yeah.
there. I mean, I do have that job. That is my gig.
Yeah.
But I would like to, you see, this is so strange because the things that we desire, like how you desire that, and I have that, I desire like laying on the beach and having a house in Virginia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And actually being a forensic psychologist. Like
Yeah.
I've had a place in Falls Church reach out to me a couple of times and say, hey, come and work for, us in Arlington
Yeah.
in Falls Church. And I'm like, ooh,
It's
I
tempting.
really want to do that.
Yeah.
But who's going to run the Bellaire House?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. But yeah, I get it. So the things, you know what I mean? Like I would love to be able to step out for a little bit, but I'm so like I'm over my head in this shit now.
Yeah.
I'm in too deep.
There's no way out.
Yeah, all paranormals are overwhelming in general.
Mhm. Like Juice said, I'm in too deep, can't swim like me.
Yeah.
I will see my demons or something chasing me underneath. Yeah, Juice, I love you, man. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely a ride. It really is.
For sure.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, we appreciate it, and
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
we'll
you.
definitely do it again.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, Friendsgiving, we'll do it.
plan.
All right.
Thanks everybody for listening.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.